The child has a right to education.
I think kids should speak out and say what they want to say.
Even children in America, we still go through very various of challenges.
To participate freely in culture and life and the arts. The child must be protected from all the forms of sexual abuse and sexual exploitation. I think all children should have free health care.
The child has a right to express his or her opinion.
Every person under the age of 18 is considered a child.
My thoughts on the Convention of the Rights of a Child is it's very fair because a lot of children, they don't get the privileges that America sort of claims to have for children, and all over the world not a lot of children get the privileges to have education or access to clean water and food and health.
We're the ones who's going to make the future, and we can help other people if they forget other of the politicians if they forget something, and I think it will make a strong impact in the future and in the present.
I think that the right to not have child labor is one of the most important rights, because then the child can focus more on education and have a better society.
When I read the convention, I thought it was pretty fair about the rights of the child. I think it was pretty good, actually.
I thought it was very elaborate because it talked about pretty much everything that a child needed in order to survive in this kind of world. Because, like she said, that some children don't have the same benefits and privileges that we do. And even in America, there are some children who are starving or who are homeless, and others who live in abusive households. And it's what the conventions are. They help them, and I think that's really important for a child.
I think of it as that's somewhat shocking, because there's a lot of decisions that the United States hasn't made that could really help our country in the state that we are now, and somewhat surprising, because I would think that this country would want better for us because we're the next generation and we could change the world.
As the U.S. being one of the world's power, one of the strongest nations, I believe that this nation should have gone to ratify that convention and the rules and laws.
I find it kind of disappointing, not really shocking, but more like disappointed, because America basically boasts how they're the land of the freedom, the land of opportunity, but if they can't even ratify more opportunity for a child who is going to be the next generation, then there's some things in saying the land of freedom, because there are a lot of children here who are exploited and are abused very cruelly, and some are even tortured, and I don't really get why America would not let these laws be legal.
Children, they don't get the privileges and the advantages that really we should get, because we're the next generation, and we should be able to make decisions, to be able to state our opinions about our education, our own benefits that they proclaim will be the best, but it's not really entirely, because a lot of children are dropping out because they feel like their teachers are letting them down. A lot of kids are moving from school to school to school because they think that, oh, that school is not going to help me better enough. And it's true, because a lot of teachers think that the child is being lazy or procrastinating or whatever the case may be. But in reality, they are actually trying their best to do as well as they can, because they want to become something in the future. But teachers don't see that. A lot of teachers do. I'm not saying all, but a lot of them do.
think healthcare is a major issue because when I was younger, I had a disease that said that if I didn't get like treatment right away, I would have died. And because if I didn't have the healthcare that I thankfully have, I would have probably never even, I probably wouldn't be here. And so I think, because like when I look at other children who are sick and are like in the hospital, I always feel bad because there are a lot of children that don't have the privilege or the right healthcare. And so I think that healthcare should be available to well, everybody, but especially to children because they really need it. I completely think that America should ratify the Convention to the Rights of the Child.
I think that the United States of America should ratify the child's rights.
I think America should sign the the Rights Convention. I think America should sign the Children's Rights Convention.
If you don't care about a child, then their future is just going to end up kind of messed up. And what is that going to do for the greater good of America?